Hi everyone, this is Miss Shaben, your sociology instructor, and guess what? I'm not there right now, obviously, because you have a substitute. So, and I'll point out something very obvious, which is I'm wearing a bridesmaid's dress. That's right, because while you're watching this, I'm in California at my best friend's wedding. So I'm wearing something very symbolic, and we'll talk about that later, which is a bridesmaid's dress. Anyway, so welcome to sociology. Next week I will be back, and we'll get started with chapter 2 and 3. But for today, let's just go forward, and I'm going to show you a couple things here. First of all, if you look at your syllabus, you will notice that I have on there near the top should be my email. I prefer email contact, dshaben2001@yahoo.com or dshaben@cci.edu. So those two are going to be my main contact. There is a phone number on there. You can call that number, but chances are I may not answer. You can leave a message, but I prefer email. Or Facebook. Facebook, it works for me too. All right, so what are we going to be studying? We're going to be studying several different types of perspectives. 3 in general, and we're going to talk about racism and sexism and ageism and deviant behavior and religion and education and politics and civilization and everything else that you can think of. Think about this class. We are going to be talking about things that are taboo. Taboo, as defined by the second chapter of the book, is anything that, when talked about in public, brings a sense of revulsion or dislike. Sex used to be taboo, but now when we talk about racism, it seems to bring up more reactions of revulsion than sex. So, all right, what do you need? You need your textbook. Yes, open it, use it, love it. There it is. Textbook is the 8th edition of Essentials of Sociology. Yes, there is a study guide for those of you who are interested. When I get back next week, you'll notice that my instructional method includes PowerPoint, and I use movies and other things. So, and we'll have an open discussion format. All right. Normally, I start exactly on time. You will have homework today, and homework at least 8 times more during this term. Now, here's something else you might want to think about is that, yes, we'll be staying the whole time, but technically we only have 10 classes because of the holiday weekends. Now, of course, we don't have class during, let's see, Thanksgiving, which I believe is the 25th and the 26th. It's Friday, so guess what? No class. And then, again, we don't have class December 24th. Obviously, it's Christmas Eve. So we are down to 10 classes, 9 after today. All right. And as a reminder, we'll be staying the entire time. Okay? Okay. So if you haven't had my class before, I'm sure a lot of you have, because I've seen who's on my roster, and I know there's a few people that told me they signed up for this. So you better be sitting there, like Lee or Gibes or Dennis. You better be sitting there. Anyway, all right. So if you look at your syllabus, there's also a point system, and this is how grading works. I will go over this next week when I come back a little more in detail. For every class you're here, guess what? You get 10 points. You get 2 freebies because obviously, actually 3. Today you get Thanksgiving weekend and Christmas weekend as a freebie. But you have to be here from time class starts till the time class ends to get your 10 points. If you're late, and what I consider late is 20 minutes or more, you lose 2 points. If you leave early, you lose 2 points. If you leave halfway through class, you lose half your points. Make sense? All right. Okay, so also in regards to attendance, you have to be here for final for sure and for midterm. If you need to leave class, let me know before you just get up and walk out. I will stop class and say, hey, where you going? Anyway, and just shoot me an email if you were sick or out of town. That'd be awesome. You don't need to go into detail. Just let me know you're not going to be in class. And then, of course, finals week is very hard to make up because the next week after finals week, I start a new term. Finals, I believe, is January. It's the first weekend of January. I want to say it's January 7th. So, and then that would mean like January 10th, we start a new term. Okay. You are responsible for reading the book and to prepare for lecture by reading the text. If you have questions, ask them. I'm here to teach you. I'm not here to hear myself talk. And if you have to miss class, then let me know via email or just tell me. You have 1 week to make up your assignments. After that, I don't accept it. And then any made-up quizzes, well, we're not going to be doing quizzes this term. I'm trying something new. And, yeah, over Christmas, I'll probably skip town for a little bit. Let's talk about grading really quick. I'll go over this in detail next week. You have 500 points. 10 for every class you are here, you get 10 points participation points. And you also, for your homework, you get points for that as well. So daily homework and participation points count for about 40% of your grade. And then 20% of your grade is the midterm. 20% is a research paper due about week 8. I think I'm going to do that because if I make it to week 10, that's the week before Christmas, and I don't think people will be in the mood to write a research paper before Christmas. And then you have a final, which is week 12. So 500 points possible. Your paper, your midterm, and your final are worth 100 points each. So there we go. There is a chance for extra credit. Extra credit means that you bring an article and you have to discuss the article. You can't just hand it to me. You bring in an article about anything in sociology as it relates to sociology. Trust me, this is easier than you think it is. And we'll discuss what's going on in the world. And that will net you a couple extra bonus points. And what else? What else can I tell you? One last thing here. Academic integrity. Please don't cheat. Please don't plagiarize. And please don't lie to me. That's kind of my pet peeve. When you're doing your paper, no Wikipedia. And that's pretty much it for the introduction to this course. So,